2 days ago was Mayan's birthday. She should have turned 20. The week before was also my cousin Oli's birthday, murdered at just 16 years old in the second Intifada by a Hamas suicide bomber. There are no words for the unbearable symmetry of that. Celebrations that became memorials, birthdays carved on the gravestones of teenagers whose lives were cut short by fanatical terrorists. Mayan was murdered on the 7th of October, just days after she became officially a young adult. Her life was taken by those who saw no value in a young woman's laughter, no sanctity in human life. They murdered her. They live-streamed my family's horror. Mayan's mother, her sister, and brother sobbing, stricken with grief and fear. And her father, my dear cousin, Tzachi. The blood of his murdered firstborn daughter soaked into his skin and his clothes from desperately trying to resuscitate her. They live-streamed my family's terror to taunt and crow like rampaging conquerors. They ripped Tzachi away from those who loved him most and frog-marched him to Gaza, to their hell tunnels. Every day since, we fought for him and the other hostages. Every morning began with a prayer, and every night ended with dread. We pleaded, we marched, we shouted from the rooftops, only to hear our own echoes reverberate off the graffitied walls of an indifferent world. Walls of torn hostage posters and genocidal slogans scrawled on them, baying for more of our blood and cheering on our tormentors. There are days when those walls felt like they were closing in all around us. How do you describe the sound of a family breaking? If you put your ear to my chest, you will hear the rhythmic wails of a shattered heart. But even in the rubble of that grief, we made a promise, my family. We could not save Tzachi. We could not save Mayan, but we must fight for those who we still can. As Leonard Cohen said, there are cracks in everything. That's how the light gets in. There are still families, British connected families even among them, who live as we once did, trapped in that terrible uncertainty. People like Avinatan Or and Yossi Sharabi, whose loved ones wait in limbo. Our neighbor in Nachal Oz, Omri Miran, whose 2 young daughters kiss his hostage poster goodnight. Gail Gilboa Dalal, Alon Ochel, Rom Evetar Gali, and Ziv Bipin Joshi from Nepal, Joshua Molel from Tanzania, and so many others. We could not save Tzachi. We could not save Mayan. We could not save Orly. But if our voices, joined together, can help bring home even one more soul, then perhaps from their memory will come the redemption of others. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Am Yisrael Chai.
It is day 729. It has been almost 2 years. 2 years since our lives were torn apart, since my parents, Oded and Yocheved Lifshitz, and 249 others were taken hostage. Since my community of Nir Oz and neighboring communities experienced unbelievable atrocities carried by Hamas, Islamic Jihad, and hundreds of civilians. We will never forget our loved ones or the horror they suffered. And our heart is also with the community in mourning for the recent hate crimes and murders in Manchester. May today be the last time we came as a community asking, demanding for the war to end and all 48 hostages returned. Our call Our call is most urgent. 42 hostages, including my father and Tsachi, arrived in Gaza alive and were murdered while held. We have failed them. I wake every morning knowing that I have failed my father, and it is a pain that burns through continually. President Trump and all in UK government and across the world, do what it takes, end this war, return all the hostages, the living and the dead, alleviate the pain of our neighbors, so that by Sukkot we may sit in a sukkah of peace. Where we can cry of joy for the return of the living and cry as we bury our dead. Only then, when they are returned and the war is over, can we truly begin to come to embrace our loss. Our broken hearts, shattered by loss, trembling with fear, warmed by the love and embrace of our friends and loved ones that held to us, kept us going, that have become us. So many of you here today, you know who you are, and you know what you have done, and I am thanking you again today for your love and support. And today we choose to feel the pain, to let the fear move through us, and still. We choose yet again not to turn our fear into hate, so that their memory will be a blessing. Fear is real, justified, and is everywhere, manipulated, magnified, but fear cannot guide us to where we need to reach. So we turn to our heart to be our compass, our quivering, broken heart, that knows only that for sure, that it still dares to believe in the human spirit. When we speak from the heart, we begin to feel the pain and to see the pain across the divide, and to know that this pain is shared by all who experience loss and are not blinded by hate, by all those who wish peace for all our children. In the words and actions of my brave mother, Yochevet, safety does not live in weapons alone. It lives in the courage to look each other in the eyes and to know that it is our enemies we need to look in the eyes too. Today we stand with our pain shrouded in immense loss. We accept it, but we will not let it harden into hate. We will use it to build our communities and bridges. In Nir Oz, my community in Israel, we have learned to live with a burning pain in our broken hearts. We miss our murdered loved ones, and as we fight resolutely to bring all our hostages back. And in the words of Chayuta Zilberman, my childhood teacher and a poet from Nir Oz, love is the strongest material in nature, and it can transform reality, even now, especially now. May we be brave enough to make our story one in which, out of the loss, we find the strength to build a sukkah of peace. Thank you.
I can't imagine the strength that keeps people like that going and able to come and share with us how they feel. We've heard a lot about darkness today. We've heard what happened during the darkness of that awful day. There's only one thing that will conquer darkness, and that is light. And light has always been important to us as Jews, and we light candles. We light candles to call Shabbatim, to call a Yom Tov. We light candles on the Yotzat of people whom we miss. And we're now going together to light 23 candles. And people say, why 23? 23 candles, one for each of the communities who were destroyed or affected on the 7th of October. And when the 23rd candle is lit, I'm going to ask those of you who have candles that have been handed out to you to light them as well and hold them up, because we know that the light that we shine today will overcome the darkness that has brought us all here together. The first candle is to be lit by Noam Sagi and his wife Michal. Noam is the son of Ada Sagi, who'd hoped to be with us today. She was with us last year. She was a hostage who was rescued after 53 days, released, after 53 days in captivity. Ada, can you please come? Noam, can you please come and light the first candle? The second candle will be lit by Rabbi Dweck, senior rabbi of the Spanish and Portuguese community. The first candle is lit in memory of Kibbutz Nir Oz. The second is lit in memory of Kibbutz Sufa and all that they suffered. Adam Adamanit, from whom we've just heard, will you please come and light the third candle in which we remember Kibbutz Nachal Oz. Adam Wagner, one of the lawyers who's done so much to represent the hostage families, please come forward and light the fourth candle. We remember Kibbutz Cholet. Jack Miller, will you please come forward and light a candle in memory of Mefalsim and what happened there? Louis Danker, the president of the Union of Jewish Students, please come and light the sixth candle. We remember Kibbutz Nifuzim. Jody Vaughan from Tribe, will you please come and light the seventh candle as we remember Kibbutz Kfar Aza. Nivi Feldman, Nibi, you were here before with Sean. Nibi, will you and Chaya from the hostage forward please come forward and light the eighth candle when we remember Kibbutz Keren Shalom. Sharon Lifshitz, if you have the strength to come back onto the stage, please come and light the ninth candle in memory of the Nachal Oz lookout. Maya from the Jewish Agency, the 10th candle, please, lit by you as we recall Kibbutz Re'im. Ricky Williams from Noam, will you please come and light the 11th candle as we remember Kibbutz Nirim. 12th candle will be lit by Sam Nyman of Bnei Akiva, and we remember Moshav Yakini. Third candle, Jack Miller, will you please come forward and light as we remember Kibbutz Beori. 14th candle will be lit by Adam Rose, also from the hostage family lawyers who've done so much to represent them in this country. As he lights the candle, we remember Ofakim. Kier, will you please come forward? Kier from the Jewish Agency, come forward and light the 15th candle as we remember Moshav Netiv Azara. Doron Zital from BBYO, please come and light the 16th candle as we remember everything that Sderot went through. The 17th candle will be lit by Aidan Lester from FZY. We remember Kibbutz Ein HaShoshiasha. The 18th candle will be lit by Katie Friedman of RSY Netzer as we remember Kibbutz Alumim. The 19th and 20th candle will be lit by Tamar Zabari from the Israeli Scouts as we remember with her Kibbutz Zikim and Kibbutz Cholit. And the 21st and 22nd candles will be lit by Raphael Pierce from Habonim Dror as we remember the Zikim training base and Kibbutz Nir Yitzchak. To light the 23rd and final candle, I'm going to invite someone very special to come and light it for us. Marla Tribich is a name that will be known to many of us here. A Holocaust survivor. I'm not going to mention how old she is. Age is meaningless for her. She is going to light the 23rd candle as a Holocaust survivor. And we realize that what happened on the 7th of October is yet just another turning in that vicious circle of pogroms that has affected Jews for millennia. Marla, thank you so much for doing that. Can you please light your candles in the audience and hold them up high so that we can all see just how much light means to us? I'm going to invite us to have a minute's silence, but before I do, I'd like you to join me in reciting Kaddish in memory of all those who were murdered on and after the 7th of October.